Okay, well, good morning and welcome back. It's raining. It is in fact raining. No one told the gods that it's July, so there we go. And I am down in the garage where we store our car, which is here, and I'm about to start loading it up for France, which we'll be heading out to on Thursday. No, on Friday morning, with a one-night overnight stop. And it's me and the family, so the four of us, plus all of this, which now needs to fit in there and still leave 4 usable seats. And that's going to be quite difficult, I think. But that's what we're going to try and do now. It's not a tiny boot. I mean, this is the smallest, oldest Volvo SUV they make. And I need the roof bars. I've got a net, so that stop everything flying forwards. I can go quite high. But yeah, it is a lot of stuff. But I'm going to need it, tools and stuff. I wish I had one of those like I used to, but I don't anymore. So yeah, I'll just give it a squeeze. So I'm going to see how I do, and yeah, I'll show you afterwards. Okay, well, that was pretty miraculous. It all went in. I don't need the boot cover. So yeah, it's full, but it's not ridiculous. And that'll be fine. So, well, there you go. That's how things are. Okay, brilliant. Now I can go and do other things. I've already been for a run for the first time in 10 years. So either I'm having another midlife crisis, or maybe I'm just waking up to the fact that I need to start doing more than pizza. Okay, well, we're pretty much ready to go. As you can see, it's not raining for a start. It's mid-July, so it shouldn't be raining, but it has been almost every day. It's very, very early in the morning, and we're about to head off. We're now going to drive all the way across Austria through the Arlberg, and then into Switzerland, all the way across Switzerland to Basel, and hopefully then stop for lunch somewhere near Belfort. And then from there it'll be another 3-ish hours, I guess, or maybe a little bit more to the hotel. We're spending the night in Vichy, which I shall show you and tell you about later on. Okay, so here we are, fresh and early the next morning, into the bakeries. It's a short night. We're here in Vichy, which was capital of France during the occupation. During the Second World War, it was the collaborators' capital, one of the darkest capital or chapters in French history. But otherwise pretty, and very well known for the springs, the hot springs, and the mints, of course. But we're going to hit the road. We've got about 2.75 hour drive now, I guess, up to the house. It's you can hear the cockerels crowing in the background. It's about 7:45, so we're doing well. We made it. The kids are excited because it's been a long drive, and here we are. This is what's been left over from last time, so it doesn't look too bad. We can get up the steps at least and out front, but I can't get the car in yet, so we'll just head in now and see what it looks like. Okay, well, nothing much has changed actually since last time, except that this door here for some reason doesn't open. There's something's gone wrong with the thing inside the lock there. Otherwise everything's fine. I've just opened all the windows and let it air out, and then I'm going to go and see if I can turn the water on. Okay, well, everything's open except that window, which I'll open in a minute, and the cellar, and I'm going to go and try the water. Unfortunately, the back door out onto the terrace doesn't seem to open anymore, and the lock is turning. Well, not the lock, but the mechanism is just turning empty. So I'm going to have to try and take that to bits, which is annoying because I need to measure that quite quickly now. But here's the water, and this should, in theory, turn on. That's what the woman on the phone said. She said if it has a blue collar, then it should work. So if I turn the tap, hopefully we'll have water. Let's find out. That didn't sound too promising, to be honest. Nothing's moved, and you would have thought at least the loos would have filled up. Let me go inside here and check if anything in the cellar has happened at all. Nothing there. There are stopcocks on every circuit, but they're all open. Nope, there's no water. So once again, that was false information, unless it's this one here. Well, I think that goes, no, that goes outside. Yes, that's the outdoor water at the back. I don't want to open that. In here, across here, let me turn some light on. Okay, it's been a while since I lived here. So there's the water, there's the water, there's the water line here. And it goes down and into the road, so no, there's no other stopcock, there's no water. This pipe hasn't filled up at all. So that was fake news, I best call them now. Okay, well, the door is open. I'm going to have to go and find some wood for the terrace to replace all of this. And then I can cut this from on the terrace once I can walk on the terrace. Unfortunately, the big one, the water doesn't work. So I've called them and I said, yeah, that'll be fine. We'll just come out and fix that. And then they called back and said, well, who did you speak to? Because you can find absolutely no trace of your water. And I said, well, I've spoken to 3 people in the last 2 weeks. And they've all said, yeah, no problem, no problem. And if for any reason something doesn't work on Saturday, just give us a call and we'll come and fix it immediately. And he said, oh, I don't know about today. So basically, just a complete nightmare as usual for these things when you try and do things from far away. So there we go, just waiting now for him to call back and for someone to come and open the water. Nightmare. Die machen jetzt einen Preis, weil die jetzt ein bisschen kaputt sind. Okay, well, all loaded up, just waiting to pay now. We are quite full out here. I'm not quite sure what this idiot over here is doing, but we'll see. He's certainly not leaving. Yeah, so as you can see, and there's more on the roof. And now we'll just slowly head back, and this should be the terrace. So I've cleared out the wasps' nest that were up in the Veluxes upstairs. We're done now. So, sun's out. I'm going to set up a football net for the kids. I've run through here once very quickly like I did last time with the lawnmower. And got the wood safely back. Well, as you can see, most of what I did last time has now grown up again, but it's a lot lower than it was. The day after tomorrow I've rented a proper machine that should just come in and smash everything up, basically just like a sit-on everything killer. So hopefully that'll work by then. However, I need to have gotten rid of some of the trees and things. So that's maybe tomorrow morning after the electricity guy turns up. all of my terrace stuff is there and I've got excess. I need to pull these out that I did last time, so there will be a pile somewhere, but then we'll be okay. Inside it's definitely getting there, getting cleaner and cleaner. I want to cut down that tree as well. Got a lot of trees to cut down, but yeah, I'm gonna need some sort of trailer system. Anyway, I'm going to try and get through to the back of the garden again, just so I can walk through once everywhere, and then, well, we'll take it from there. It's being suffocated. I think we'll have to deal with that. So yeah, there's a whole lot to deal with. There we go. So we still don't have any electricity, but the mattresses manually are pumped up, and the kids' beds are set up. So we're ready for it. Evening is slowly coming in. We need to clean the windows tomorrow dramatically. Everything looks pretty good so far. Beautiful day. Okay, well, I've just washed down a table and some chairs quickly. But unfortunately, that seems to have involved the water down here bringing a pretty substantial leak. I can't quite see where it's coming from. Looks like it's coming from there. I'm going to get some light, hang on. Yeah, it's pushing up. Oh, excuse me, and then going over. So, thankfully I was quite clever. And I have various circuits, so I can just turn off one of the circuits. And then we'll see. I've taken the pressure off. There's no proper water pressure, so I can try and tighten this up, and hopefully it was just loose. Otherwise I'll have to take the whole thing to bits. Okay, well, I have no idea why, but it was actually pretty loose. And I've just tightened it up a roll, and I think that's done the trick. I can't see any more water seeping out at the top of the joint, so I think we're good. I'll leave it shut off. Pressure's back on. Have no fear, there's nothing that gets down to this plug. This is old and duff, as is this. So there we go. That thankfully wasn't a huge disaster. Okay, well, we're slowly getting there. The bathroom is cleaner. It's not finished yet, but it certainly looks a lot better. The seal needs changing. It's just yellowed with the sun, I guess. But one thing is that the water's still yellow, and we've been running it for a while now. Well, that's the thing actually, it's warm water and cold water. It might just be emptying the boiler. Oh yeah, look, the cold water's clean, but the warm water, we need to empty it through the boiler. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, it's dinner time. This is dinner. We've got some bouchette de tomates séchées, we've got some bread, a saucisson sec, comté, and a watermelon. I found a knife and I've cleaned it, some paper plates. So, all in all, pretty good. I'm about to put the music on, and then we'll sit down and enjoy this, and that will be the end of day one. Day one of 8 days. Today's Saturday and we'll be leaving again on Sunday, so not really 8 days because there's a lot of travelling, but do you think we'll be able to get the house completely livable in and rented out in 7 days? Well, we'll find out. I'm trying to put a lot of chances on my side by getting the wood, get the terrace done tomorrow, electricity in on Monday, and then Monday afternoon I've rented a machine, which you'll see. So yeah, it's going to be super tight, super busy, but this is it. This is the only chance I'm really going to have. I don't know when I'll be able to come back out here if this doesn't work out. So I really need it to work out, because chopping down the garden and then leaving it for a month and coming back and doing it again isn't very clever. So there we go. I'm going to collect my delightful partner who has been cleaning all day long. Get her down for a glass of wine. We have some posh cups. Look at this. That's something for a glass of white. So there we go. I'm going to get her down for a glass of wine now, and then that'll probably be it for today. We'll see.
Das Innenteil ist auch so lecker.